Thank you so much for watching True Time Crime with Fenice. The story that I'm covering today is the story of 16-year-old Lauren Mackenzie Juma. Lauren was 16 years old when she lost her life. Please stay tuned to listen to her story and watch her story. If you like the content, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. If not, please comment down below and I would love to hear your opinions of the channel or what you have to say. Thank you. Lauren Juma was 16 years old when she lost her life on April 29, 2022. She lived in Humble, Texas with her mom and her mother's boyfriend. She attended Nimitz High School where she was a sophomore and a cheerleader. She wanted to follow in her big sister's footsteps and join the Air Force. Lauren called her sister, 19-year-old Karika Harmon, and told her that her mother's boyfriend, whom was 60 years old at the time, was acting weird. She told her sister she wanted her to come and pick her up. Lauren then FaceTimed her mom to report something horrifying. She told her mom that he was standing in her room in the dark holding a gun. Lauren then screamed and the call disconnected. When her sister Karika pulled up to her mom's house, it was too late. Her sister stated that by the time she got there, the police was already out there searching around the house. She said she was there about 3 minutes before she heard 2 gunshots go off, and she ran towards the house. Lauren's mother, Lori Young, also rushed back home. She was at a work training program in Austin. Lauren and her mother lived in the home with her mother's boyfriend of 5 years, 60-year-old Van Henry Brisbane. After the gunshots, police stated Brisbane exited the home as he was pulling up his pants and stated, "Do what you have to." Lauren was pronounced dead at the scene. It was reported that her pants were pulled down to her knees also. Brisbane was charged with murder, and his bail was initially set at $1 million and was increased to $2 million. Lauren's sounds of anguish were captured in the body cam recordings after arriving deputies, which were not easy to listen to. This is according to the district attorney, Katie Warren. Lauren is survived by her mom, dad, 3 sisters, and a brother. Brisbane, now 62 years old, was sentenced on October 17, 2024, to life behind bars without the possibility of parole for the capital murder of 16-year-old Lauren Juma, whom prosecutors stated he was trying to rape. The trial lasted for 9 days and the jury only deliberated for 20 minutes. Thank you so much for listening to Lauren's story. This was a horrifying story. I mean, this is actually a mother's worst nightmare. Her boyfriend of 5 years tried to sexually assault her daughter, whom had been in her life for 5 years, so that was since she was 11 years old, and also responsible for taking her life. I mean, can you imagine? There was a lot of backlash towards the mom too that I read in certain comments about her possibly knowing, if she had known how he felt, or if he had feelings towards the daughter, or if he had ever done anything to her in the past that maybe she never told her mom, or her mom should have had noticed the signs. We don't know that, but this is something that we can't blame the mom for. This was completely his doing and something that he decided to do at his big age of 60. But he is now behind bars without the possibility of parole ever. And thank you so much again for listening to Lauren's story. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wolford, Wolfford, Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. This morning, approximately 1:05 a.m., Precinct 4 Constable's Office was dispatched out to 2400 block of Canton Trace Lane in reference to a weapons disturbance. A young female called 911 and advised that her sister was being held captive at gunpoint inside the residence by her mother's boyfriend. Constables went en route to the scene. When they arrived, approaching the residence, they heard one gunshot coming from inside the residence, heard screaming, and then a second gunshot shortly thereafter. Almost immediately, a male exited the residence and basically stated, "Y'all do what you have to do." They then took him into custody. The constables, deputies entered the residence. They found a deceased 16-year-old female who had suffered multiple gunshot wounds inside the residence. The mother's boyfriend and the 16-year-old female were the only two inside the residence when this occurred. He is currently down at the homicide unit offices where he will be hopefully questioned and talk to investigators. As of now, he hasn't been really cooperative, so we don't know what a motive for this is. We do know that the mother was out of town, and she has since returned. She immediately came back. We do have information that she had been on the phone with the 16-year-old prior to her murder.
Did the mother's boyfriend live at this residence?
Yeah, the mother, the boyfriend, as well as the 16-year-old, are the three people that resided inside this home.
And he is not the father of the deceased?
No, he is not the father of the deceased. He is the mother's boyfriend, who also resided in the residence. We understand they've lived here for at least a year or more.
Do you have approximate age on the suspect?
Suspect is going to be a 60-year-old black male, 60 years old.
What's the next process?
After right now we're getting a search warrant for the residence. As I said, he was not cooperative. He does reside here. Therefore, if he doesn't consent to a search, we have to get a search warrant. He wasn't cooperative, so we're in the process of getting a search warrant. Hopefully, we'll have that shortly. And we will get in, process the scene. After that, we will, if he doesn't wish to speak with investigators, we'll contact the district attorney's office for the filing of charges.
You said that the mother's on scene.
The mother has been here, yes. She has since departed.
She can't give consent to a search?
Not when there's two people that live there. The law says that if one consents and the other one doesn't, you need a search warrant. So.
On the phone, FaceTiming, and she said, "Mom, help me." And by that time, he hung her phone up, and that's the last time I heard her voice.